Axe International, and we are here for their parents' workshop day, which is going down right now. It happens every year, and today we may have a lady who was when I walked in the room where is it a conference room? Yeah, it's right there, and everyone was listening to her, and I sat down in a corner. I heard what she was talking about, and I felt like I need to talk to her before we end the show, before we go. We may have Dr.
Sabrina Chitaka.
Say hi to the people.
Hi everyone, I'm so happy to be here and I'm privileged to be interviewed by you.
So we're here for the Parents Workshop. What does it mean to you first and foremost?
Most importantly, I think I've been asked to talk to parents about relationships with their children. And it's important for parents to understand that the relationship with their child starts from when that baby is being created in the womb. And the relationship doesn't stop. It continues to even when that child becomes a parent themselves.
So you work as a peer educator, you work as who?
I'm a pediatrician. I'm also a senior lecturer at Makerere University. Yes.
I understand. Okay, so according to, because I had parents asking you different questions. What was the question you got and you feel like you need to talk about it right now? You need to address it.
So the one, they asked so many questions, but the one that really touched me is about children who come from families that are not the normal family. Many of us are in married and, bringing up our children. But there are those children who come from families that are of divorced parents, are of single parents. And for me, that really touched me. It just shows me that this parent understood exactly what I was saying. It also shows me that when parents are given an opportunity to discuss and be in a workshop to learn, it's so important for them to be able to bring out the questions that bother them. The other one that they asked me that I remember was, is there a quick fix for parenting? And my answer to that was, there's no quick fix for parenting. Parenting takes time, as you know. And parenting is a long-term relationship. It's important for parents to bring up children who they love. And we had another discussion about spanking kids. The adage that says, if you spoil a child, you spare the rod, you spoil a child. But the truth is, we as parents, we don't need to spank our children physically. We can talk to them, we can encourage them, and it should always be positive reinforcement. Because the more we encourage our children, the more we bring them up with love and support, then they are going to become better parents when they grow up.
There's something you talked about, and I really loved it. It was about divorce between parents. I felt like you need to talk about it like a bit more because there's so many, kids who actually go through stress because my mom and dad separated. Talk to me about it and talk to people about it.
Yeah, so when parents divorce or when they fight, it affects the child's mentation, it affects them psychologically. What I told the parents here at Galaxy was that they should not fight in the presence of their children because the children are watching. Children are learning all the time and they are brilliant, they are intelligent. They will know that their parents are having a thief in the house and that will affect them psychologically. I also say that when parents are divorced, they have their reasons. And for me, my primary stakeholder is the child. As being a pediatrician, I always tell the child that, you know what, this is not your story. This is your parents' story. And your story may be different completely. And most importantly, they should learn from things, from people who maybe are not divorced or have a role model of what they want to be when they grow up.
If my parents have divorced, how am I supposed to behave? Give me like 3 tips on how I'm supposed to behave.
So if parents are divorced, obviously, it's important for the parents to let the child know that they are divorcing. Otherwise, the child will be confused. But also, children shouldn't go through such trauma. Sometimes there are counselors, and there are counselors available to support this child through the transition process. It's also important for the child to appreciate that the parents love them. So giving the child an opportunity to have us, the child shouldn't be snatched away from either parent because these are their parents and they need to know that they love them.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
How can people get in touch with you? Because right now their parents are like, wow, the lady can talk. How can they get you?
So, as I said, I teach at Makerere Medical School, and I'm also a pediatrician at Mulago. And how can they get in touch with me? I think they can find me if they need to.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
We're on the best show. We're still here in Galaxy International. If you're a parent out there, you're watching the show, you heard it from the lady. And if your child out there watching the show, you heard it from her. Keep it on the best show. We're still here in Galaxy International.